Question: is it possible to make baked beans without actually baking and roasting yourself in the kitchen alongside of it? Yes, it's possible. Hi, this is Jan from New York City. My channel name is Jan from New York City Saves Money. I love to help people keep their money. Now, don't get me wrong. Lots and lots of the canned versions of baked beans are so good. They are totally one of my favorites. But just for the fun of it, did you ever want to, as an adventure, try to make your own pot of baked beans? Well, I suggest a really pretty much easy recipe for those who want to try it without standing near the stove all day type thing. So guess what? I'm going to highly recommend my favorite kitchen utensil of all time, that being the slow cooker. You would think I had stock in slow cooker companies, but I don't. The reason why I like slow cooker is that it is versatile. Number one, it is very affordable. Anyone can get a slow cooker. And for example, let's say you want to roast a chicken and you don't want to roast up your kitchen in the summer. You could do that in a slow cooker. You can do it with pot roast and other things. But today, the focus of our attention today is going to be on making a pot of baked beans. Okay, so what are you going to need? First of all, you need to spend a little prep time. Allow for prep time. For example, you need to soak your beans overnight. So I'm going to give you the list of ingredients. Some of these ingredients are interchangeable. I can tell you this, in my opinion, this is an extremely easy to put together and affordable recipe. So if you want, maybe you want to get a pen and copy this down. The first thing that you're going to do is soak your navy beans, 1 pound of navy beans, overnight. You're going to soak that in about 3 to 4 quarts of water, cold water. In the morning time, you're going to drain that and rinse them. Next, you're going to need 8 strips of bacon, chopped, uncooked. Okay? If you don't want bacon, don't use it. Okay? If you would like bacon but don't have it, you might have a couple of frankfurters. Frankfurters? Sure. Chop them up, put them in. Next, you're going to need 3/4 of a cup of ketchup. Next, you're going to need 3/4 of a cup of packed brown sugar. Now, I could save you a bunch of steps if you don't want to go the ketchup brown sugar route or anything like that. And all you would take, for example, is 2 cups of barbecue sauce, your favorite barbecue sauce, okay? To that, if you happen to have it, add 2 teaspoons of dried mustard. If you don't have dried mustard, it wouldn't hurt to add 1 teaspoon of the prepared mustard. That's what I do when recipes call for dried mustard and I don't have dried mustard. I'll just enter it as 1 teaspoon, for example, of prepared mustard, the kind you put on your frankfurter, right? In addition, add 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Gives it a nice little warmth, nice little flavor. Next, you're going to finely chop a sweet onion, probably somewhere in the size range of about small to medium, if you happen to have that. And of course, like I said before, preferably a sweet onion. Be sure to add 2 to 3, I would stick to 3 just to be safe, cups of water to all of this. Okay? So be sure before you put anything into your slow cooker that you spray it with nonstick spray. Okay? So what you could do is take half of the beans, put them on the bottom of the pot, of the slow cooker pot. Then what you're going to do is put some of that crumble of the bacon or the slice of frankfurters above that. Then you're going to put half of your mixture that you made, and that includes the water as well. Put that in there. And then you're going to top it off with the remaining beans or the remaining bacon. Me, I would give it, as some people call it, a shush, and take like a wooden spoon and gently make sure that every ingredient has absorbed some water, wetness, and flavor. That's what I personally would do, okay? Now what you're going to do after that is that you are going to cover your slow cooker. Then you're going to place the slow cooker on low. Put it on low, let it cook long and slow. That's how the flavors come out. Cover it. Going to do that for 8 to 10 hours. Here is where some pre-planning comes in handy. For example, if you're having, let's say, an outdoor barbecue on a Saturday, you invite your friends to come over for, let's say, 4 p.m. You want to allow plenty of time to make sure that everything is done. So you do the math as to the time that works out for you. And by the way, that's one of the beauties of having a slow cooker meal, because it'll keep your stuff fairly warm for a fairly good amount of time. Now, as far as simplicity, I still use my very simple one that is so simple it is a joke. There's like 3 notches to it: the on and off, the low, and the high. It doesn't get any more basic than that. But today, I just happen to use mine because it works for me. There's nothing wrong with it. But if I needed an upgrade, I could get the upgraded type of today, where you could program it and it could have automatic shut off, but yet still able for you to keep your ingredients nice and warm. There are really just so many recipes that I am going to share, throughout the summer recipes in the slow cooker, because we need to get a few myths out of the way. Slow cooker is not just great for the winter time. Don't get me wrong. I have set up slow cookers, gone out for many hours, for example, to come home on a frosty day and knowing that my hearty soup or stew is just sitting there waiting for me. Hello, nothing is more welcoming than that. But in the summer too, I could still get things done. And the benefit is that for pennies on the dollar, it does not heat up your kitchen. To me, this is huge. And the fact that I like to do things ahead of time is a big plus for me. Well, anyway, just thought I'd share this recipe. Wishing everyone an amazing, fantastic day. Take good care, everybody. Bye-bye.